What is up, guys? Welcome back to our Middlesbrough manager career mode here on FIFA 21, and we are back here today with two more games in the EFL Championship, and it doesn't get any easier. We first of all host Birmingham City, and then midweek we have a long trip down to Cardiff, who are a team who aren't too far behind us, I think, and could possibly catch us. Or are they already ahead of us? I'm not too sure where they are. They might have dropped off a little bit, as is how tight it is in mid-table. A couple of bad results, and that is it. You are dropping from behind. So Cardiff have dropped off slightly. Still be a tough game, and Birmingham are one of the leading members of the league. They've been up there since the beginning of the season, and are obviously looking to overtake Bournemouth and keep on the tails of Watford. So yeah. Two very, very tough games. Since the last episode, we've had an international break. All we had really was an offer in for Marvin Johnson. Again, another okay offer, which we rejected. But ahead of the Birmingham game, we've been approached in the office by Chuba Akpom. Of course, it's been tough to pick a forward ahead of Ashley Fletcher, and he is asking if he won't just be on the bench against Birmingham. I can't really say for sure. I'll just say I'll think about it, but Ashley Fletcher is the man in form, as you will be able to see from the top scorers. He's out in front now by 4 goals over Millwall's Bradshaw, 15 goals in 17 games. Roberts is still up there, despite having what the press are calling a poor run of form. He's still up there with 10 and 17, so yeah, it's always good to see two Boro players up there at the top, and I think there's a Birmingham player, Sanchez, is up there, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him in this game. So without any further ado, let's head to the team sheet against one of the best teams in the league. So it's a bit repetitive, but I mean, the Boro squad's so small, it's not going to change too much, even if we had the options, really, because we're playing so well. So it's a mix between, I guess, playing our best team and also just the lack of squad depth that we have. But yeah, it's the same normal 11. You guys know the back 5. Morsey, Saville, the same front 3, and behind the man who has to start, Ashley Fletcher. I mean, I know Chuba wants to start, but why would we not start the top scorer and the man in fine form at the moment, Ashley Fletcher? So we've had some good results recently. Back-to-back clean sheets. We've beaten Stoke at home. Can we beat Birmingham? Let's find out.
Here's the lineup for Birmingham City. Would you call it 4-5-1, Lee?
Yeah, I really like this formation, Derek. 4-2-3-1, really. The two central midfield players supplying support to a 3 ahead of them, and then a lone striker with a number 10 just behind him.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
Here we go then, a Birmingham team that have a couple of ex-Boro players in there, making their return to the Riverside, and of course, I guess, Aitor Karanka, the manager of Birmingham City, our most successful manager in recent memory.
And so the battle,
But there'll be no love lost today. Let's get the job done.
Now Saville.
Early move here for Saville.
Considerable progress.
Roberts, he's done well to beat his man, and it's an early shot from Roberts.
Quite accurate enough, though.
Not too sure how far away that was, but
they've just got to keep pushing. Surely a goal will come.
Wasn't far away at all.
Well, that's the frustration of a manager right there, watching his players come so close.
Not
and being
far away.
powerless to help.
Roberts straight away, I guess a point to prove against the press, really.
Connor. Mikel San Jose.
What a ball. And I tell you what, this guy is quick.
Real danger.
He's got to the ball. Spence is quick himself, but he couldn't get there. Oh, and Spence with a scorpion kick clearance. I've never seen that before. He's definitely going to have his work cut out defending that left-hand side. George Friend whips one in. And Bettinelli can only punch.
Had a decent reading of
Thought he'd have at least tried to get his hands to that, but Tavernier wins the header. Potential counter-attack on here, and it's Adam Clayton sweeping up, as we'd expect.
In their last game, but will they win today? I'm not so sure. It'll be a lot tighter. I'm going for a draw.
Here is Bella again, and he's beaten.
sure,
Spence
he wishes he could
to the
have that
cross.
header back.
Well, in that
And I think
position,
it was
you should
Djokovic,
think
another
he's gonna
former Boro
score,
player,
but it's really a poor effort with his head.
with a header that he really should do better at there. Here is Tav.
Marcus Tavernier. Room to manoeuvre on the wing.
Roberts comes out to meet him. Ball's back in, and Fletcher. And it's
Well, it
George
was a very
Friend
good-looking move,
with
but
the
alas,
tackle
no
again.
end product. So a throw in here.
One of Boro's favourite players in recent memory is George Friend. Must be weird for him coming back to the Riverside wearing blue and not red.
Another live game. Looking
Coulson
confident with the ball at his
looking to
feet.
get the better of Sanchez, and he's done just that.
Can he play it in?
Ball comes in. Fletcher at the near
Goes
post.
up to the
Oh,
task.
Well,
and
it's
it was a
decent effort,
good
but the
connection.
real opportunity goes begging there.
But that was probably the clearest
When you
chance
look
we've
at
had
those
so
stats,
far,
Derek,
and it was
it tells
straight
a
at him.
story all of its own. They haven't
But
created
we're
enough
all over
chances.
Birmingham here.
The forwards have been off their game
It's
as well.
relentless pressure
They haven't
from
really
us.
utilised the wide areas for me.
Tavernier.
But they should go on and win the game, to be
Here's
honest.
George Friend again. Ball out
Now,
to
let's
Sanchez.
see what they can do here. Crossed into the
Looks
penalty
for Hogan.
area. Able to deal with the threat.
Only finds Hall. Clayton.
Really well played pass.
Back out to Sanchez. He'll whip it in again. Someone at the back post. Might have been Friend. And George is out of position now. I don't know what he was doing that far forward. He never got that far forward for us in his later years, but it's allowed Tavernier the space in behind.
Corner
And
given.
we will be able to get one more corner out of this half. It's been fast, it's been frantic, but still no real clear-cut chances or goals to talk of yet.
And firing
Roberts
it into
changed
the
that
area.
with a delivery.
Well, dealt with that
Unfortunately
ball
not.
comfortably.
And that will be it.
Half-time
So
whistle, and the two teams have just about matched each
a
other
goalless
stride
half.
for stride. Lee, what have you made of our hosts?
Well, Derek, they might be the top scorers, but they found it hard to find their rhythm today. I'm sure in the second half they'll produce some chances. Can they convert them? They normally do.
well, it's been a frantic first half. It's been quick. It's been non-stop. But both defences have stood up well to one another.
And so the battle commences.
And we head into the second half. Still 0-0.
His first touch and fired a half volley into the top corner. 50 minutes played. 3-1.
Alan McInally with
Adam
his finger
Clayton.
on the pulse.
With an incredible ball to Bella.
George Friend
George
attack
Friend.
full of promise.
Scott Hogan. Crowley
giving it a try.
does get the better of Hall.
Testing the keeper at all with that effort.
But the shot was a weak one.
Well, Derek,
Easy
just
for
look at
Bettinelli.
those stats. Not created enough chances. They really haven't. They need to up the tempo, put the pressure on, then they should win this game.
Time for a change then.
So here he is. The man I thought was on earlier. Lukas Djuktovic, so another former Boro man on the pitch to replace Scott Hogan. And straight away with a positive contribution there with a flick on.
Ball played
Crowley now
nicely.
plays it over the top to Sanchez.
And on the
Coulson
course, a tremendous blow.
doing his defensive work once again. I feel like this is going to be a game that is going to be decided on few chances. Both of us have been pretty solid at defending set pieces so far.
And now the
Crowley,
delivery.
near post, and there's an effort.
The keeper acquitted
And what a
himself
save from
well.
Bettinelli that
Ball
was.
in, wasn't it? But the keeper did everything right.
Don't know who it was at the near post. Might have been Harley Dean with a flick on. Luckily it was straight at Bettinelli, but it was a powerful header. And they have another corner. Keep an eye on that near post. That's
So
where
the
they're going
corner
again.
into the box.
That time though,
Straight at the goalkeeper then.
it didn't have as much whip on it, and Bella didn't get as much power on it as we maybe could break away, as they're still trying to get men back. Birmingham, but they defend that well.
Adam Roberts.
Here is Roberts, who's had a quite a second half.
George Saville with it.
Saville though plays a 1-2. Oh,
Doughty
and Harley
defending to
Dean
win the
just
ball back.
with an interception before we were going to play in
Really
Fletcher,
good
but
interception.
that's a loose Clearance. And Tavernier can't find him either. The tackle's in though, as we're not letting them get out at this moment in time. Tavernier, he's tackled. Fletcher though, keeps hold of the ball and tries to turn. But Birmingham's defence has been absolutely solid. And here is Bella on the left. Spence won't get there, so Morsey will be the one. Plays it back to Crawley.
A chance to whip it in. What can he do from here?
George Friend. Is he going to come back to haunt us? Oh, and Bettinelli with a good save. And it's just cleared away. The closest either side have come. Another cross comes in. And Dale Fry has to get there. As the game is starting to open up a bit now, as here's Tavernier on the break. Are we going to get Tavernier and Fletcher? Not unless Fletcher gets a move on. Here he is late in the box. And it's a corner to us. Well, that was a big save. At the other end, I think it's a mixture between, I don't know who it was who headed the ball. It might have been Sanchez and one of our defenders. And it just ricocheted around a little bit and almost got the final touch.
Played into the centre of the box.
Roberts and Saville gets there ahead of Friend.
Well, headers are always
but the header's miles over the bar.
And he got the timing completely wrong there.
Hall.
Here's Coulson.
Sitting deep like this might be a dangerous game.
Fletcher. And again, a good interception. And Birmingham have men forward again. Here's the go-to. Bella with a very early cross in. Very extravagant cross in. Only as far as Gardner. Djukovic. Bella. Crowley's into the near post. Oh, almost finds Sanchez. Coulson with a great bit of covering. There's a bit of pressure. Back into the box for Djukovic again. And Birmingham getting closer, but it's another good block from Hall. Has tried to get Tavernier on the run, but Birmingham are the ones who are turning the screw.
George Friend.
And we're the ones hanging on.
Daniel Crowley.
And what's a game of very few chances.
Gary Gardner.
Djukovic again. In behind Dijksteel. But he makes the block. And Friend nods it out. Thank you very much, George. Switching it with Tavernier as we're getting a bit squeezed in that corner.
Now Saville. And 5 minutes
Good
to
play
go.
from Saville. Reverse pass. Oh,
Excellent
can't
defending.
find Johnson. But Fletcher with a very big interception.
Now Saville.
Here is Saville.
Still pushing.
Saville going for the shots! And that's a big save from Etheridge. We haven't tested him as much as we would have liked today. But we've tested him today.
Inside the final 2 minutes of this contest.
Morsey. Over the top to Tavernier.
He continues his run.
Is there still one more chance in this game? Tavernier trying to get past George Friend.
Decided to add on a minimum of 5 minutes.
And as it has been all game, their defence stands strong. 5 minutes added on. Etheridge willing his players forward. That's not going to do them much help though.
Can they change that?
Akpom.
Well, he
Nope.
had a decent reading of that ball in. Bella. Unsuccessfully cut out.
I think both teams have just kind of run out of ideas at this point. Saville. Here's Tavernier. Dijksteel.
Promising.
Can we get that one ball into the box? It's headed clear, but Akpom's there. Akpom's shot.
Good defending to prevent the chance.
And that could have gone anywhere. And I think that might be the last chance of the game. Is the referee going to give us one more? Morsey now.
George Saville with it.
Saville. Here's Marcus Brown. Is there one more chance in it? We're into the 6th minute.
What can they do?
And it's a corner.
The minutes ticking away.
We're into the halfway through the 7th minute of added on time. And we've got a corner. George Saville to take it. We're going to do something a bit different because corners have not worked against this team.
It's a short one.
Played short to Tavernier. Put it in the box. Fry's header. And George Friend was there again.
The two sides cannot be separated. But what will the home fans be feeling about this performance?
Well, Derek, that scoreline is evidence enough to suggest you can have a really entertaining 0-0 draw. I really enjoyed that game. We'd all like to see goals flying in, and we normally do with this lot, but still some great stuff out there today.
How often on this, well, FIFA in general, but this FIFA especially, do you get 0-0s? Both teams just cancelled each other out today. Both defences were brilliant, and it finishes goalless. Middlesbrough 0, Birmingham 0. So there we have it then. A goalless draw. How was that for a rarity? Akpom's been in the office. Didn't start, but happy that he came off. Didn't really have much to do with, have much of a chance, really. I mean, it's one of them games, but we'll praise his performance. And, yeah, a goalless draw for the top scorers in the league. There we go. But it was against a very good team. As, wow, Brentford have put a transfer offer in. One of the first, well, the first British club, the first club I actually recognise, have came in for him. And I don't know why clubs keep coming in for him. We might have to, actually, there we can, block offers. There we go. Not going to get any more offers for Marvin Johnson. We'll block them for the time being. So there we go, a goalless draw. George Friend was probably their man of the match, so one of Boro's all-time greatest defenders of recent history. Came back to the other side and shut us out. So, yeah, there you go. Not really much else to say. We'll head to the second and final game of the episode now as we head to the Cardiff City Stadium in what will be another really tough game. So ahead of the Cardiff game, only one change that we're going to make from the team that drew against Birmingham, as it was another solid defensive performance. Third clean sheet in a row. You want to keep the back four as consistent as possible, and we're pretty much doing that, apart from Jed Spence, who had a bit of a runaround in the last game. He's not 100% fit, so he's dropped out for Dyke Steele, who comes in. The rest of the team is unchanged. So without any further ado, let's head to the Cardiff City Stadium.
And so this, the team for Cardiff City. Would you call it 4-5-1, Lee?
Yeah, I really like this formation, Derek. 4-2-3-1, really. The two central midfield players supplying support to a three ahead of them, and then a lone striker with a number 10 just behind him.
Cardiff City Stadium looks good under the lights. Another one of the teams obviously have been relegated since FIFA started adding Premier League stadiums into the game each year. Just adds the realism that little bit more. But it's a surprise to see Cardiff as low as they were, or as low as they are in 16th currently. They've been dropping like a stone recently, by the sounds of it. And I'm sure they weren't too far behind us in recent memory. So interesting to see that they are where they are. But I'm sure, just like the last game, they'll be good at the back defensively. They're a big team, a solid team. So getting through them isn't going to be easy. But we've had 3 clean sheets in a row. See if we can make it a 4th.
And they kick off here. Ball played nicely. Might be able to get in behind.
Looking to get on the front foot straight away here, as Josh Murphy has bypassed the entire right wing. One over the top through ball. Spence, or was it Dyke Steele? I apologise. Had nothing to answer to, and straight away Cardiff causing us problems.
Anthony Dyke. Well, that's a completely wasted throw-in.
Well read by Johnson.
Tremendous
and Saville with an incredible through ball. And Tavernier's in here. Marcus Tavernier, and that's a big save.
Thank you to the goalkeeper. That was inspirational.
Well, that's as good as a goal at the other end. Brilliant.
Big
save
chance
from
for
the keeper.
Tav. He's been more so assisting this season than scoring goals, but that was a big chance for him. Saville with a beautiful ball. And the keeper was equal to it.
Player that sharp in front of goal. He's a huge asset to the team.
Marvin Johnson.
And that was a weak finish from him.
Well, he's way, way off target. A real poor effort with his
Well,
head.
from his recent standards, that's a free header. And he just didn't connect with it.
Well, that was the chance to take the lead, and the manager's
Potentially a
frustration
bigger
was there
chance
for
than
all to
Tav's.
see.
And again, goes to waste. Vaux on the inside. It's Callum Patterson. And here's Vaux. Oh, he's hit the post.
Off the frame of the goalie.
Well, he's hit the woodwork.
Huge
Quite
opportunity
frankly,
for
he's got to
Cardiff.
score a goal there.
Camera was right behind it. It was a lovely bit of football. He just has to bend it around Bettinelli into the far corner. That's a let-off for us. What a huge chance for Cardiff. Hits the post and luckily goes out of play. That was a close one.
Well, the referee allowing advantage to accrue to them. Bowen. And he read it superbly.
Marcy read that ball beautifully. Roberts.
Looks threatening.
Fletcher, he's kept himself onside. Fletcher, opts to square it. Roberts, beautiful stuff. Oh, and Johnson's missed it, but he gets the rebound.
Second time of asking, and the keeper feels hung out to dry.
Marvin Johnson with the goal. Not the greatest in the end. Oh, it did follow a beautiful move.
Well, as we see again, Derek, the
Look at
keeper's
that from
there to
Roberts.
make
Beautiful
saves.
flick.
He thinks he's done enough, but it just falls in the wrong place.
Bit of luck,
and his
to be
team are
fair.
punished.
Johnson's initial effort wasn't really a good one on his weaker foot. Just lucky that it fell back to him with an open goal. But a good move resulted in a goal. Marvin Johnson puts us in the lead. At Cardiff, it's 1-0 to the Boro.
And possession lost.
Ooh, Marcy with a rare error. Not releasing the ball quickly enough. And we could pay for that. Here's Bowen.
What can he do from here?
Good ball. And a good save. Fox again with a big chance.
High to win the ball.
And Bettinelli with a good save. Fox again.
It's clear. Time for us to get an update on the Forest game.
Two big chances for him.
That match, Alan McAnally.
It's a goal for Nottingham.
And to win stuff now. As Birmingham are stretching us on this left-hand side. But Fry is in the way again. As this game is opening up big time.
Tavernier.
Here we are again as Tavernier infield loses the ball.
Able to keep the ball.
Patterson gets the better of Dale Fry. We're in a bit of trouble here as it's Josh Murphy.
Still an opportunity.
And it's a save, but he has the rebound.
Asking, but the goalkeeper badly at fault.
And Cardiff's pressure pays off. It's a similar goal to, well, it's identical to our goal, in fact.
Well, as we see this again, Derek,
But we were in trouble as soon as they broke away there. Ah, yeah. Exactly the same. The save was made, but it luckily fell to their player, who just had a tap in.
Well, Derek, the frustration's boiling over on the touchline. He's not happy at all with the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not been a good 5 minutes or so for us. Cardiff have put us under pressure, and Josh Murphy, who's been a nightmare on that left,
Well, the earlier goal
gets the equaliser.
One apiece. Greg Cunningham
There's Cunningham.
working away
Nelson.
patiently,
Ooh,
looking
and
for
I
an
tell you
opening.
what, big interception from Marcy, but we've given the ball away in our own half again.
Fruitful looking attack.
And a good shot from Vaux. It's just wide. 3 chances he's had. Although that was a little bit more difficult. But that's happened a few times. We've nicked the ball, looked to counter, but they've been right back on us. And we've not distributed the ball forward quickly enough. If we could get past their sort of press, we'd probably be in behind with opportunities, but they're winning the ball back well, and I think that will be it for the first half.
The whistle is sounded for half-time in
Well,
this game.
it's been fun and frantic,
Well, this man will get most of the plaudits for his contribution.
and
up
that
to
man
this
has been
point,
tremendous.
Well, there's never
for
a bad
Cardiff.
time to score a goal, but just before half-time can be crucial, and he's got his team back in this game. What can he produce in the second half?
Absolutely. Josh Murphy's been a pain. We had the lead as well,
Kick-off here.
but we go into the second half level at one
Now
each.
he's got to stay. Dale Fry. Anthony Dijksteel.
Dijksteel.
Here's Patrick Roberts.
Roberts. Beautiful football from Roberts. Good stuff from Saville. Oh, and Fletcher with a huge chance straight away in the second half. I think the ball was just still under his feet a little bit. Didn't really get the ball out from under him. And that's why he didn't really unleash the best effort. Tavernier does well.
And Boro now in potentially
Roberts.
a dangerous position.
This has been a fantastic start to the second half as Dijksteel's cross is blocked.
Well, what about that opportunity a few minutes ago? Tavernier.
Tavernier just jumps the challenge.
Well, there to intercept.
The ball to Fletcher is cut out. Vaux. Great ball. And Cunningham's in behind here. Fry's committed. They get the shot wide.
Wide of the
Just
target,
wide.
but I'll tell you what, he didn't miss by very
Another huge chance. Fry went for the block. The striker read it. Cut inside. But his shot was wide. Cardiff have had 3 or 4 really big chances. And they've not taken any of them. We need to make them pay for that.
Lost possession. Good vision. Can he
Oh,
get
and
onto
Patterson's
this?
in here as Coulson's been caught on the ball.
He's caught that so well. A goal of the highest class.
What a finish.
Fantastic technique.
I don't know what's up with us today. I really don't know what it is. We're just really slowing the ball, giving it away cheaply.
Well, here's the replay. It's a gorgeous
Yeah,
ball
Coulson
over
give it
the top,
away,
and
and
then just
the
look at
centre-backs were
finish.
too far
Reads the play
apart, and that's a
perfectly.
great finish.
Absolutely smashes it beyond the keeper. There's just no stopping that.
It's been a frustrating game because we've had spells of real pressure. But then we've just
Well, it
been
can be
so
difficult being a
lackadaisical
manager
at the
times,
back.
None more so than now.
Cardiff are ahead. And we're behind. But it's no more than they deserve. It's 2-1.
So 20 minutes to go.
Here's Marcy as we've switched to 2 up front. Akpom straight away, that second striker making it count. And Tavernier, what a save!
Oh, incredible save.
What a
And he's knocked out
save.
the danger.
Tavernier
The
was
counter looks on here,
absolutely
options available.
wide open
Well, that's a
at the
super
back
ball over the
post.
top.
The
Offside,
defending was
close one.
questionable from Cardiff, but the finish straight at the keeper. As we just catch him offside. That's a tight one. Corner.
So the corner
A
played
goal
into
here
the
for
box.
Cardiff
It didn't happen for them.
would end the match. It would finish us off, but nothing comes of it. And now, counter-attack. Tavernier
Space here on the
has
flank.
done so well to get us forward and up the pitch. Is anybody going to be up there with him? No.
This could square the
Tries to
game.
chip it over for Roberts. Oh, and then
He's
just
given the ball away
no one
unnecessarily.
was up there with him.
Well, if they carry on doing their jobs, they should be fine in this game.
And this
The
long
fans
hoof
are certainly
forward
doing their bit.
has somehow found
Getting the ball
Glatzel.
forward.
Now Cardiff are trying to get men forward. Murphy, beautiful stuff. And it's going to be 3.
In all likelihood, that is game over.
Game,
So little time left
set and
for a
match for
response.
Cardiff.
Well,
It was just a long punt forward. And Josh Murphy at the heart of it again.
A chance to revisit the goal.
Absolutely brilliant stuff from him. And, well, what can I say? We've been beaten by a very good Cardiff team. We've been far from our best in this game. Roberts, here's Tavernier.
Danger here as he runs at them.
Cross.
It comes to absolutely
Headed
nothing.
clear. It's been the story of the game, really.
Murphy.
Murphy, who'll be giving Dijksteel nightmares.
And it's a case of just 5 minutes left.
5 minutes. I mean, we've scored 2 goals
Dijksteel.
in 5 minutes before. We're going to have to do it again. We've got men forward. Tavernier. Can Fletcher start the revival? No, he can't. Fletcher missing. Oh, I don't believe it. When it's not your day, it's just not your day, and that was an example. The top scorer, the man you'd put your mortgage on scoring there, and he puts it wide.
Tavernier.
Here's Tav.
Fletcher.
Fletcher back to Tav. Akpom's in space. We're just overloading them in their own area, and Akpom with a great equaliser, or a great second goal, sorry. Getting ahead of myself there. We've got one back.
Well, here is the replay. It's a good goal, isn't it? It gives them a glimmer of hope.
And I'm glad it's Akpom who's got it.
I think it's too little, too late, Derek.
It's a great strike and a great finish. And from absolutely nowhere, there's 7 minutes added on, maybe a glimmer of hope. Akpom doesn't equalise, but puts us back within one. Can we grab a last gasp equaliser?
Number 10, Chuba Akpom.
Loves to attack from the wide areas.
Cardiff aren't really holding back, though. They're going to keep coming. Cunningham, Dijksteel, beaten a bit easily there.
And you need your defender to take charge.
Big interception from Tavernier. What can we do? Fletcher. Oh, and Britt was just on his... was on his heels.
Good ball to switch the play.
But that pass is ruled out by Dijksteel. And here's Tavernier. We're into the 6th minute. It's now or never. Tavernier. Akpom! That, I think, is that. We've gave Cardiff a, I guess, an unnecessary nervy finish for them. No surprise, the whistles around the stadium and the slow sauntering of the keeper to take the goal kick. We've been on such a good run, but all good runs come to an end eventually. And ours has come to an end here in Cardiff.
As far as the visitors are concerned.
Oh, Derek, play right to the end. Just when you think the game is over, that's when you should be switching the turbo concentration button on. It happens so often. Losing like that will really hurt a lot.
Well, this man has given us plenty of reasons to dwell on his performance this evening, Lee.
Well, he played well, scored a goal. What a good performance from him.
Cardiff were good. There's no denying that. Some of the goals, especially the second goal that we conceded, was a really poor one. And we just had spells. We weren't bad throughout the game, but we had spells where we were just very poor. And that was enough. But you think of the really, really big chances and clear-cut chances that Cardiff had. They maybe should have had more than just the 3. We dominated possession, more shots on target, but we come away on the wrong end of the result. So there we go then, disappointing to see our run come to an end. It was always going to happen. but it's been a great run, and it's a run that's put us still not in the playoffs, but it's put us on the brink. It's so competitive and so tight in this league. I'm more disappointed that we conceded 3 goals, to be honest, after having 3 clean sheets. To concede the goals like we did, it was a bit Middlesbrough-esque from the start of the season. That's not where we're wanting to go back to, as we've certainly made improvements. But we're 9th then, so we've not really went anywhere. But I guess in terms of the playoffs, we're within touching distance, 3 points off of Norwich with equal goal difference. And we're back behind Stoke, who we did beat in the last episode. I mean, look how tight it is. Millwall, Sheffield Wednesday just behind us. Preston and Swansea within touching distance as well. So that's the Championship for you. It's so tough. It's so competitive. At the top, Watford are starting to run away with it a little bit, aren't they? They're 6 points clear of Bournemouth. And then Forest aren't too far behind them, as are Brentford and then Birmingham. So the race for second is on, I'd say. But Watford looking very, very good at this moment in time. So that's it for today's episode. Disappointing to only come away with 1 point after the run we've been on. As for the next couple of games, Derby at home next. They're on our tail, so that won't be easy. And then we have Wycombe at home, of course. Wycombe in the second tier for the first time in their history. And even though they're doing really, badly in real life, and I kind of feel for them in a way, they're actually doing okay and they're holding their own in the Championship this season. 17th is quite respectable for them, so that's pretty good for them. So it should be a good contest against Wycombe. So Derby and Wycombe to come in the next episode. And also what I'm going to do in the next episode is I'm going to show you some of the players that we are looking to scout ahead of the January transfer window. Of course, at the very beginning, we did set our scouts out to look for centre-backs that were strong, playmakers, and a couple of others as well. And we have got a couple of players back. So, we're going to start scouting them as we head into December. So a lot of them should be hopefully ready to approach by the start of January. That'll be in for the next episode, so you'll have to wait for that to come your way. But if you've enjoyed this, as always, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel for much more FIFA 21 content. I'm overwhelmed by the number of viewers and subscribers that this series is getting. It's been by far the most successful on the channel so far, so I am so grateful for all the support I've been getting. Thank you very much. And yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.